It's a lot. It's election season. We're super busy. I am going to keep this short because I don't want them to come kick me off. I just want to thank my beautiful family for being here tonight. Yes, thank you. I want to thank... Let's see, let me hurry up, Dean. I want to thank 3 amazing women who have helped me in my career, Dr. Jamita Lewis, Sharice Butler, and Danielle Atkinson. These 3 amazing women have pushed me, whether it was in education or doing the work. And I just want to say before I go, we know that a lot of us are going to do the work on, election day. But I want you to reach out to that young person. I want you to reach out to that person that's been in their homes for years and haven't came out. Talk to them about the issues that matter. So thank you all so much. Thank you to Shauna and Al. I love you. Woo.
Okay.
And yes.
You go that way. So, my favorite award, Precinct Delegate of the Year. Okay, so Precinct Delegate of the Year, everybody know what a Precinct Delegate is. We are the one out there doing the work, knocking the doors and making the phone calls, and this is the African American Leadership Awards, and we are grassroots. So the winners are Lisa Willis. Come up. Tony Bragg. And Tamina Ross. Come on up.
Hello, everyone. I have to make this fast. I just want to say thank you, African American Leadership Institute, Al and Tashana, for creating a platform recognizing Black excellence. Thank you, Andrea Hunter, for the nomination and seeing my ability that I didn't sometimes see for myself. Thank you to my Region 1 UAW Director, LaShawn English. Thank you for your vision and your support. And to my family, thank you. I love you all. Thank you. And friends, thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to thank God, who is the head of my life, for this awesome award. I'd like to also thank my better half, my soulmate, Jarvis. I love you. I'd like to thank my children and my grandchildren and my sister and my executive board members and everything else that made this possible. This is Redford Township. I represent Redford Township. All of us have a job to do. Now get out your damn feelings and let's go to work.
Woo, I love that. Now there we go, Tamina.
Well, good evening. First of all, I want to say thank you, and thank you. I am truly humble, I am truly honored, and I am truly grateful. It's not about the accolades, it's about doing the work. And I just want to thank everybody that support the work that we do as precinct delegates. It's about us getting out in the community, hashtag the 12th Congressional. And I also want to thank the UAW, my UAW family. Thank you, Director Dickinson, for everything. And I want to thank my United Way family. And I want to thank you all for all just coming out and sharing this with all of us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you to the African American leadership.
Most times I don't need a mic, but today I need a mic. Our next award is the Judge Deborah Thomas Social Justice Advocate Award. And this award goes to, let's see, Dr. Sabrina Jackson and Wayman Hayes. We gotta do the picture. Let's take this. I don't want to choke you. Hide your thing.
I'm looking at diamonds. And I just had to say, shine bright like a diamond. First of all, I want to say thank you to God, who is the head of Jesus, then to Jesus, who's my Savior, then to the Holy Spirit that resides in me. To the Williams,
That's what I'm talking about. Say that again.
to the Williams, have to say thank you. And oh my God, first of all, I didn't know that I would receive the Judge Deborah Thomas. That's legendary. That's iconic. To do what she did and continues to do, oh my God. And so what I do in the community, what I do to help people feel better, think better, understand that it's okay to not be okay, but it's not okay to not get help when you're not okay. And so as I close, I have some people in the audience that I absolutely have to thank because they helped me be who I am. Patrice Love works as my assistant. Hey. Aisha Russ is the creative director at Sabrina Jackson Enterprises. Then my bonus mama is in the building, Miss Patty Turner. Y'all know what Patty does. Oh my gosh, she out there in the hat gang. I call them the hat gang. And then Auntie Vicky, Nortrice is in the building, Dorothy's in the building, and then my son is married now. And so I have what I call in-loves, and the in-loves are in the building too. Dr. Patrice Ferguson and Dr. Simone Ferguson. Oh yeah, he married up, he did. I love y'all, thank you.
What up, though? So first off, I want to thank God for giving me life, my mother, my sister, my love, all of my colleagues. Please give yourself a hand, because I couldn't do this without you. My Starfish colleagues as well over here in the front, and my side, give yourself a hand as well, because I do all this work and the impact in the community because of the support I receive, and for my family. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. You can give me a hug.
So, we're going to take a break, just one break for a second, because I want to introduce my Congresswoman from the Congressional District 12, the 12th Congressional District, who is truly grassroots and fight for us all, Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib.
Thank you so much. So, good evening, everyone. So, Tashana, I did not know. I had no idea, but I do always used to go like this in front of them. I don't see a ring on her finger yet. But I'm really happy for both of you. Congratulations. I'm so happy I was here. You had to ask them. I got more excited, I think, than anybody over there in that corner. So I just want to take a moment to recognize the incredible Black excellence of this incredible community. You know, I always proudly get up on the floor. If you ever hear my speeches, I said, I'm Rashida Tlaib, and I was born and raised in the most beautiful, blackest city in the country. And I say that because it centers me. And I always remind people, when my mother didn't speak English, in that parent-teacher conference in Southwest Detroit at Harms Elementary, I remember when they went around introducing themselves, each parent came to my mom and she's whispering. It was the black mothers in the room who said, Fatima, we can't hear you, raise your voice. And I feel like in many ways, representing an incredibly beautiful black community, I constantly hear you guys raise your voice. Don't you dare put your head down. Even when I was sat on the floor and being censured, it was Barbara Lee, Maxine Waters. It was these incredible black women, Cori Bush, everyone. Keep your head up. Don't let them have your head go down. It was still hard not to shed tears. But I say this because I want us, as we move through this moment, beyond the election, y'all, speaking truth to power. As you heard the state attorney general, we have a reputation to stick by. We will do it before anybody else does, because we birth movements here in this community. We birth movements. We withheld labor so we can have a right to organize unions. I remember the amazing John Conyers. Congressman Conyers never once, and you know I check people on their vote, never once did I have to call him as my member of Congress and check him on a vote, ever. That's because we stay rooted in community and we stay, again, driven, again, being surrounded by movement work. So it's always vote plus plus. But I'll tell you this, and this is me, the big sister of 4, I'm the eldest of 14. So I'm gonna do a Tashana thing here and tell you guys, I need you to do this though. Early on, I learned the hard way, we gotta work our block. What I mean by that is not physically. I'm talking about the block that you know in your community. You're here because bet you're the one that everybody calls and says, where do I vote? Who do I vote for? Where do I go? You know it. You need to work your community, your friends, your family, and make sure they're engaged. Because to me, we'll be more invisible at all levels of government if we don't vote. And that's something that we continue on my team, continue reminding people. Yes, vote. Life ain't gonna change immediately because it's vote plus plus. Because after that vote, you gotta stay involved, you gotta stay pushing and making sure that we have transformative change. The African American Leadership Program and everything that we're doing here in recognizing black excellence and even black love today, we do that in bringing so much drive and fuel to the spirit of who we are. We are here because we know that the people power movement is what will transform our country, not who's on top of that ticket, who's in the White House, or who's in Congress. Because they didn't wake up one day and saying, oh, the Civil Rights Act is a great idea. It's because we marched. It's because we boycotted. It's because we did civil disobedience and made them move. So remember that. Remember that, because we can't let it be people-driven, it gotta be movement-driven. And so thank you all so much, and congratulations to every single incredible person. I tell you, I was back there talking to Brenda Lawrence, our amazing woman I worked with. Let me tell you, when I was up here, like, oh God, Brenda, she's like, Rashida, calm down. I was like, but no, Congresswoman, we can't let them, calm down. But she was right, because sometimes we do need to be still. And she was an amazing mentor. She still is. She's still calling me. And I can tell you that we have to honor her and everything that she has ever done for our community. It was hard being on House Oversight Committee. It was hard being able to fight for our community in that way. But she did it with a beautiful, beautiful spirit of making sure that we are fully seen and heard at all levels of government. Thank you all so much. And again, congratulations to all the honorees. Love you.
All right. Educators are the backbone of our community, and we certainly appreciate all of the educators and the teachers and the people that make sure that we know and get the knowledge that we need to go out and do the jobs that are so very important to us. So just a round of applause to all of the educators out here in the audience, the educators that you know and your family, your loved ones. So this next award is the Leadership in Education of the Year. It's presented to a black leader who has championed the world of education. And the winner is Angie Smith. Congratulations. Angie making her way up to the stage here. right, y'all, she's making her way up to the stage. Y'all can do better than that. Give her a round of applause. Here she comes. Congratulations, your Leadership in Education of the Year award winner.
Angie is doing some incredible work out there in Farmington Hills that y'all don't even know to have. Congratulations. Thank you.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? That means hello. As an African American Latino woman, I want to first give honor and praise to the person that I serve is my God. Thank you to the African American Leadership Organization. Thank you to Al and to Shauna Williams, my sister and my brother. And thank you to my family at District 5 and everyone out there. But this special award, I want to thank Kelly Goldberg, my ride or die. I want to thank a lot of the members of the Farmington Hills community. My mayor is here, Teresa Rich. I can't see you, but she's here. There she is. I want to thank Jackie Bolaware, Randy Bruce, my assistant superintendents, my interim superintendent, Dr. Kelly Coffin, Terry Weems, David Turner, but most of all, my 3 daughters and my husband. Yes, I said husband because I don't believe in ex. That man has been my ride or die through this whole thing. Thank you to everyone. I usually got a lot to say, but I ain't got nothing to say today. Thank you. Thank you to my mayor. Thank you, Kelly. I love you so much. You are my Brian Piccolo, and I'm Gail Sayers. We got to keep it moving in Farmington. Gracias. Muchas gracias to all, and to my mommy and my papi, and to my cousin, Barrett Strong, the legendary singer, and yes, Coleman Young Jr., and Kermit Williams, too. Thank you all.
Congratulations. Okay, we've heard some household names. Kyra Harris Bolden, some household names. Lieutenant Governor Garland Gilchrist. These people are household names in this state, but at one time, they were somebody that not everybody knew, but it was somebody that you needed to watch. Isn't that right? So anybody out here is always somebody that you need to watch because you never know who's really truly watching you do the good work at the grassroots level, doing the great work out in the unions, doing a lot of good work. So this next award is the One to Watch Award. Now I want to read this. It's a prestigious accolade bestowed upon an individual recognized as an up-and-coming leader and a rising star. Now the award is dedicated to honoring those who have demonstrated an unwavering commitment. You hear that? Unwavering commitment. That means that you don't falter. You are there in the thick of it all the time, to breaking barriers autonomously, not contingent upon directives from others, showcasing initiative and a true trailblazing spirit. Now, this award recipient, is someone who has not only exhibited leadership within their own organization, but has also earned the respect and admiration of peers and colleagues outside of it. Their innovation, approach, relentless pursuit of excellence, and impactful contributions set them apart, marking them as a beacon of inspiration and a true embodiment of a leader to keep an eye on for continued success and influence. These are some names that you need to know. 2 award winners here. One to watch, Kiara Shanklin and Adrian Scruggs. Ones to watch, congratulations. As they make their way onto the stage, a warm round of applause. Tiara Shanklin and family, and Adrian Scruggs. Y'all can do better than that. Come on now. These people work hard in the community.
I'm giving a speech. Hi. I'm not one for speeches. I just do the work. So bear with me as I try to get through this. Thank you so much to my UAW family, Local 51, especially my Region 1 Director, LaShawn English. You're amazing and you inspire me and you push me every day. So I really appreciate you. When you see me doing the work, sometimes I have my kids, sometimes I don't. And when I don't, that's because I have an amazing, amazing support system. So thank you so much to my sister-in-law, Candace, my mother, my dad, my Uncle Felton, who's here. And be remiss to not thank my Auntie Tina, who passed away suddenly from cancer 2 years ago. But without them, I would not have been able to do the things that I do because they help me with my children when I can't. My mom always said that love is an action word. I love my community. I love my union. So that's how I show, That's how I show my dedication and my gratitude through my work. Thank you. Come on. I saw
Thank you. My goodness, praise God, praise God, praise God. To the African American Leadership Institute, to Shauna and Al, thank you so much for this recognition and this award. I'm a little girl from the Southeast Detroit watching Claire Huxtable give me representation to be an attorney, seeing my mom, Yolanda Crosby, demonstrate the work ethic needed to fulfill that dream. I'm standing here on the shoulder of giants, and I appreciate everyone who has poured into me and who has championed me. And it is because of them that I continue the service that I do as I run for the next Wayne County Circuit Court judge. Shirley Chisholm says, service is the rent that we pay for the room that we have here on earth. And Judge Deborah Thomas, I saw her have an award bestowed upon her, and in her speech, there wasn't a dry eye left, but she uttered the words, "Have I done enough?" And I know as I stand here that that answer is no, but I promise you there's more to come. And as your next circuit court judge, you'll see me do the work. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
Awesome, congratulations. All right, we're moving right along here. Run a show, man. It's been a lot happening here. Started to see some fantastic award winners, and so we're going to keep it moving right along. And the next award is for the Emerging Black Leader Award. Now, this is a young black leader who has used his or her influence and talent to groom and support candidates or champion political agendas that have benefited the black community. And the winner of the Emerging Black Leader Award is Deshauna Robinson. Congratulations. And she's making her way up to the stage.
All the way from Benton Harbor, School Board President.
God is good.
and all the time. I would like to say good evening to all of the fellow warriors of social justice in the building. It is an honor to be here before you this evening. I would like to thank the African American Leadership Institute for this honor, as well as my amazing special person in my life that chose to nominate me. I do appreciate you dearly, but I will not speak that person's name. But I am forever grateful. I would not be here without the love and appreciation and support of my mother, so I would like to thank her. She is here with me today, as well as my grandparents that aided her in raising me. I am proud to say that I am the granddaughter of individuals who picked cotton, who had to quit school in the 8th grade in order to help their family sustain. And they also, once they became adults and graduated and came to Benton Harbor, had to live in the projects, 10 toes down for 24 years until they could afford to purchase a home. So I am now the president of the Board of Education, and I am second in charge as the assistant deputy director for the Benton Harbor Housing Commission over all public housing in the city of Benton Harbor. So I have worked hard to ensure that I am able to help those who were in our position be able to elevate to their next levels of greater. And so I would encourage you all in everything that we do, be intentional, because it is amazing the roadmap and the blocks that we set now, they are the foundation for our future. I look forward to working with each of you all in the future. And again, I thank you all for your time. Thank you.
Man, all the way from Benton Harbor. You know, we got the mayor of Benton Harbor in the house. He's also the president and founder of the Black Mayors Association of Michigan. And we're going to hear a few words from him less than a minute, momentarily. But I want to make sure that everybody gives a round of applause to all the African American leaders throughout the state of Michigan, not just here in Detroit. Yeah, Detroit is something, but we got leaders in Benton Harbor, we got leaders in Muskegon, we got leaders in Jackson, we got African American leaders in Flint, Pontiac, Saginaw, all across this state. And so we don't need to think that black leadership is just about Detroit. We need to make sure that we understand that it's all about Michigan. And so without further ado, we're going to introduce the next award. The next award is about Leadership and Legacy, Lifetime Achievement Award. And this young lady, as I was talking about the state of Michigan, has traveled this state multiple times, doing things that most individuals don't do, most lawyers don't do, definitely most judges don't do. I call her the queen of expungements. She's like the Harriet Tubman of our day. One of the longest serving African American judges in this state. Not just in a city judicial seat, she county-wide. And in the biggest county in the state. That means she don't play. And so Letitia Thomas mentioned a name earlier, Kyra Harris Bolden, who may be here. Give her a round of applause. Young, leading, and she ain't playing. And she's our first African American female Supreme Court Justice. Yeah, she deserves a round of applause, absolutely. But she ain't receiving an award tonight because there was somebody before her that cracked that cracked the ceiling for her and allowed her to walk and be appointed into that position. She didn't even have to run the first time for real. She was appointed, which means the governor came looking for her. I need a black woman. And the reason why that was available to her is because of the young lady that's about to receive this award. She a beast, strong black woman, always standing 10 toes down for Detroit and black people throughout this state. I want everybody to stand to their feet for the 2024 Leadership and Legacy awardee, Judge Deborah Thomas. Where is the judge? And this is bringing tears to my eyes because they can't even find her right now. So I'm gonna have her, and I apologize, and I want everybody to continue to give her that applause. She has served more than 30 years as a judge in Wayne County and throughout the state of Michigan. Ran for Supreme Court Justice multiple times with little next to nothing, and almost won a few times. She has done expungement fairs throughout this state before it was even popular. There's something called clean slate right now. I got you. There's something called clean slate right now. There's a policy called Clean Slate Initiative right now where people who have gotten in trouble, people who have been incarcerated in the past, can go and actually sign up to get an expungement and get it taken off their record. One of the reasons why that is even happening is because of the initiatives, the policies, the hard work that Judge Deborah Thomas put in place. And I don't want nobody to ever forget her name. Ever. That's how important she is to this city, this state, and black men like me and you. All right. The next Leadership and Legacy Award that we're giving out. Oh, I can't even introduce this guy. I don't even know how to introduce him. He's just a walking awardee. Everywhere he goes, he gets awards, whether he's in Detroit, whether he's in Michigan, whether he's in Phoenix, Los Angeles. He got a whole recreation center named after him. I mean, every time I go and I got front seats at the Pistons game, this guy is there because he knows how to give back to the community, so people give to him all the time. So I'm going to have him introduce himself. My main man. Leadership and Legacy. Horatio Williams, where you at? I don't even know how to, he got so many awards, I can't even introduce him. Horatio, come on, man. I don't even know, you should have been up here backstage, I don't even understand. Come on, Horatio, where you at? Now, Horatio is shy, so he may not, but everybody in here who know Horatio knows that this man has led through and through. He's been there for more than all of us, and I appreciate everything that he's done for the community.
Well, Al did hit it on it. I am kind of shy. But as being a leader, it's been a blessing because I learned a lot from everybody that's out in the audience. And I invited a couple people tonight. I don't know if they're here. I have a young man came through my program. John Harris, if you're here, would you please stand for me? Oh, he here. All right, he made it. And Lindsay Huddleston, if you here, would you stand? All right. So when it comes to leadership, it's all about helping somebody else become a leader. It's not about you. So this young man, John, came to me around about 10 years ago. He said, I want to be a part of the foundation. I said, what you do? He said, I draw. I said, all right, I don't need a drawer right now, but I need somebody to take pictures of these programs. Because they said if you don't have no pictures, it never happened. So he started taking pictures. Then he went on and said, I'm starting drawing. I said, all right, go ahead, pass the camera down, we give it to somebody else. This young man came out with a drawing, and one day he made over 6 digits. in one day. And I was like, man, now you can give us some money back to the foundation. We're 501c3. Then give you another story. Lindsay Huddleston came to me and said, I want to help. He was working with Walmart. He came and gave us a check for $75,000. I said, Lindsay, the check is great, but I need you to come on this journey with me. I need you to quit this job and come on. Lindsay said, I ain't quitting my job. So I convinced him to do it. He's been evaluating all these athletes and these young men. So I think that's what leadership is about, grabbing somebody else, blessing somebody else. It's not about you. We can be the vessel to make it happen, but everyone go through something in life. And we all have a message, and I couldn't do this without you, everybody in this audience. I mean, I done touched lives. I know a majority of the people here. And I want to thank y'all for your support. The Horatio Williams Foundation is a 501c3. Thank you.
Congratulations. You know, it's a privilege to get around Detroit and talk to people that a lot of times they don't have a voice. And it's so important what we do at Channel 7 to be able to give those people that don't normally have a voice, to be able to shine a light on what they do. And I've met so many people like that do some good work. And so this next award is the Community Icon Award. These people have been doing some good work in the community for years. They don't do it for the accolades. They don't do it to get any shine or to get any recognition, but tonight is their chance to get that recognition. And these are some of the people that they do all of the grunt work behind the scenes, and we want to honor them tonight. And so, without further ado, there are two Community Icon Award winners. The first winner is Tanise Hill, and also a Community Icon Award winner, the Honorable Dr. Donna P. Stallings. Congratulations. All right, they're making their way onto the stage. A warm round of applause for these two outstanding community leaders, Community Icon Award winners. We want you to say something. One more round of applause here, folks.
Not hard. I just really want to say thank you to Al and Tashana. This was really a surprise, and it's greatly appreciated. Thank you. To God be the glory. Amen. To God be the glory. Because it has to be him that I'm standing here. I thank God for my mother who's turning 95, on whose shoulders I stand, where she had me as a little girl folding voting letters at 10 and 11 years old. So I know nothing but community. I know nothing but, where would I have been? I want to urge you to do something. This Friday, October 11th, is International Girls' Day. And our organization, I want to thank my assistant who is here tonight, Elder Lula, for always being here with me. But I want to charge you to call some underserved, some black girl, some girl of color, any girl. Encourage them in education. When girls are educated, community changes. When girls are educated, there's a lack
lack of them going into abusive relationships. And so this Friday, October 11th, is International Girls' Day. And to God be the glory for the girls. Call a girl, pick up a girl, tell her who she is in Jesus' name. Love you all. And I'm so honored. Thank you to the Williams. This is an honor. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And so y'all keep saying thank us. We did not nominate y'all. There is an entire nomination process of which our last year nominees sit on, and some very powerful leaders throughout the state of Michigan who literally nominate you guys. Maybe we should just start telling y'all who. But they nominate y'all. Me and Al, he does leadership and legacy. Wow. And I may get a few. But other than that, these are y'all peers.
Well, whoever nominated us, thank you so much. God bless everybody.
All right. One more round of applause for all of these winners so far. It's been a beautiful show here so far, and just some very, very deserving people that have finally, in some cases, been recognized. And so I want to call BJ out here again for this Innovation Leadership Award. I know this one is very dear to your heart, so I want you to read that.
It is, and it ain't, really. I think it's important that, thank you. I think that it's important that we, as African Americans, lead in business. I think that we need to step up to the plate. I think we need to do more for our families. I think that every family needs to have their own small business somehow, some way, period. But I also believe that there are those who innovate in industries to make that possible for us to do that. And this award, the innovation, this is the first year that we're doing this. The Innovation Leadership Award goes to someone who I know deserves it. And because I know who it is now, I'm gonna bring a couple of people up to help me introduce this award. So I own, a lot of people don't know this, whether you like it or not, I'm just gonna be honest. I'm one of the owners of the first African-American owned recreational dispensary that went recreational, the first one. And that would not have been possible if it wasn't for a few people. And they're in this room. And I still say thank you to this day. Mike DeLaura, I want you to come on up from House of Dank. So yes, I owned a cut, one of the owners in Detroit, but it would not have been possible if it wasn't for sponsors and people who believed in me. And Mike DeLaura and House of Dank did that. This award doesn't go to them, but he gonna help me introduce it. So the winner of the Innovation Leadership Award, you know who that person is?
I, in fact, do know who this is.
Do you want to introduce her?
I do. Come on up, Kim James. You know it, girl. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Thank you. So
you're in the YouTube video. All right. Well, it's an honor to be here this evening on behalf of House of Dank, and it's even more of an honor to have the privilege of introducing truly an amazing woman that I've had the occasion to meet over the last few years, whose vision and leadership is changing Detroit each and every single day. And she certainly changed me and the man I am today by the work I've done with her. So without further ado, may I introduce Ms. Kim James.
And we used to fight so bad, so. So good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for having us here. I hope everyone's having a great evening. Thank you so much for this. And before I even start talking, I want to bring up the rest of our team because without them, we couldn't have done any of this. So could Rajan Reed, Shatanya Scott, and Rodney Wilson please come up on stage with me to share this award we're all going to keep in our office that we'll have one day. We work remotely right now. So as Al said, and by the way, congratulations to Al and Tashana once again. That's amazing. So happy, and she was just complaining about that. I was not. No, I'm just kidding, just joking. These are, so this is our team, homegrown team. Where's Shatanya? Here she is. We all work together. And so something I wanted to say is that, I'm a little embarrassed by accolades and praise. I just like doing my job and stuff. But when I was lucky enough last night to meet Attorney General Tish James at a more private event, and she said the same thing tonight. She talked about generational wealth. She talked about building economic opportunities, people of color having businesses and supporting those businesses, and women supporting, businesses and growing generational wealth. And so I thought, oh, wow, that's what we do. So I'm really happy to be here to be able to tell you more about that. And we found a way to do that in Detroit through cannabis. So I know, it's a bit controversial of a topic still, but you might be happy to hear about the money. So Michigan, if you didn't know, has one of the most robust markets in the United States. We sell the most products in Michigan per capita in the country. Did you guys know that? We sell the most products of cannabis in the country. We have the highest gross revenue, second only to California, that has 3 times more people than we do. So that's a really big deal, and we're in the largest county of the highest grossing state. So just keep that in mind. Wayne County, where Detroit sits, our average gross sales now are over $30 million a month. So that's a huge, huge amount of money coming into our region every day, or every month. As you all probably also recognize, this is also an industry that has had a need for reparative equity built in from the start. Detroiters were 30 times more likely to be convicted of a marijuana crime than others. Yet African Americans represented only about 3% of ownership in the industry, and so we changed that. So here in Detroit, and if I forgot to thank the most important person, I don't know if he's here or not. He was invited, President Pro Tem James Tate of the Detroit City Council.
Is he here?
I don't know if he's here, but if he's here, he should stand up because he was the one who, started the whole thing with our city ordinances. And we also thank Member Coleman Young because he's been very supportive as well, if he's still here. So here in Detroit, we decided very early on that we were not going to allow the industry and the McDonald's, where is Mike? The McDonald's and the Starbucks of the weed world to come and take over. But we're all friends now. Unless our Detroit residents could benefit and build generational wealth. It was really important to us, to the mayor, Mayor Duggan, Councilmember President Pro Tem Tate. The industry fought us, but finally, after 3 federal challenges in about 4 years, our program was upheld in 2022. Currently, we have 70 retail licenses in Detroit. Half of them are owned by Detroit residents. Over half have an owner that is African American, and 25% are majority owned by women. So we're really proud of that achievement. It's just the first step, though. Licensing is really easy, actually, but getting open and staying in business is extremely challenging. Yes. And so our business, what we do every single day is help these businesses thrive, give them as much support as we can, do whatever we can to help them, while at the same time we promote reasonable regulations and responsible consumption that keeps everyone safe and keeps products away from kids. The best thing is the city receives annual revenue sharing from the state of Michigan now. It's $2 million this year. Next year it'll be even double, and we'll continue to get that every year. And we're going to be using it to spend on grants for low-income entrepreneurs and supporting housing for recently released justice-impacted individuals. So yeah, we're really excited. So this is really going to help. We're just super excited that we were able to do this for the community, and it turned out better than we ever imagined. And like Al said, he's one of our licensees and one of our best business owners. And this was all new to me that he even did this stuff until he told me about these awards a few weeks ago. So this is just amazing, and I'm super proud to be part of this, and super proud to be here tonight. And so thank you to the African American Leadership Institute for recognizing our efforts. We are honored to accept this award. And thank you to all of you for being here tonight, and especially to Al Williams and to bride-elect Tashana Gill, Tashana Gill Williams, for their hard work in putting this all together. I was telling him he deserves an award of his own. And so have a great evening, everyone, and thank you again.
So, no, you want to keep that. And so we do a Stafford Award of the Year. I want to make sure that you give a round of applause because Kim doesn't do it on her own. Her staff, man, is amazing to me. And the reason why this is important is because this is a new industry that is actually helpful to African American generational wealth, especially in Detroit. If ain't nobody else doing it right, we doing it right here in Detroit. Let's give them another round of applause. Let's go.
All right, so we are waiting on a video to load right now, and this video is going to be pretty touching here. But while we have a moment, we just want to make sure that everybody has their cell phones off or on the silent. So if you have your phone off, and hopefully we may be coming to something here. We just want to remind everybody some housekeeping rules here. Just make sure that your phones are on silent. I had to make sure my phone was on silent. I got a phone here and I'm talking to people back and forth, social media. So we just want to make sure that's silent. And then what do you think about the show so far? It is really an amazing show that we have had so far. We've got so many really great people getting awarded tonight. Including the Robin Barkley Women in Leadership Award. We've got so many other awards here, so I think we've got it going. So here we go.
Hi, I'm Taylor Salvage, and I have the of what feels like light years to go. And the question is why? I want to say humbly and clearly that there has perhaps been no movement more stalled on progress because of racism than the women's movement. And when supermajority was started, we knew we needed this understanding in our DNA. And we need to organize differently to overcome this seemingly intractable problem. So at supermajority, we decided not to organize around specific issues. We organized around values. And we built a values-based agenda that made it easy for all women, regardless of identity, to see themselves belonging in our community. We call this agenda the Majority Rules. It's a list of 5 truths that, if realized, would ensure that women could thrive in this country. And the most important part of that agenda is what we call the Super Rule, which reads, the lives and experiences of women, particularly women of color, must be front and center in solving all of our nation's challenges. For me, the Super Rule serves as a reminder for how to lead, but more importantly, when to follow. It calls me in, it holds me accountable to making sure that I am listening and learning from those who are most impacted by decisions made, whether that be in the boardroom, a state house, a White House, and most importantly, in our organization. The Super Rule is also a reminder of supermajority's commitment to celebrate the work and leadership of women of color, particularly the leadership of Black women who time and time and time in memoriam are asked to save us from ourselves. Yes, progress takes work, but it also requires gratitude and rest and joy. Thank you to each and every Black woman hearing me right now. We see you, we appreciate you, we value you. It is a real thrill to be able to address this incredible room, and I am so excited about what we can build together. Let's go.
It's on. Super majority. I need somebody to come out here to help me do this. I have a couple of colleagues here and some in the audience that we're going to call up soon. But we have Zach Mooney and Tanya Ray. And so, what I need to say about supermajority, myself and you guys have heard me say this over and over again. After leaving the political world, yes, I kind of left. I'm in a nonprofit world. Supermajority is a nonprofit. I know it doesn't seem like it, but I have. Supermajority is a space that allows me to be my authentic self. And I am a lot of authentic self. And I am grateful to supermajority. I am able to thrive, grow, climb, do anything I choose to do. And I am so happy and full doing it. I love where I am. Zach Mooney, today we're doing something special here. We're giving something away, right? So you want to talk a little bit about the person we're giving away to, or are you going to announce the award that we're giving away? The viola.
Oh, I think you were saying something about this one. Sorry.
We're going to say it together.
Okay, great.
We're going to say it together.
I want to make sure I have it.
So the Viola Liuzzo Award is presented to a leader of non-African American descent who has exemplified commitment, social justice, equality, and effectively used her influence to affect social justice, political change for the African American community. Who are we giving this award to? Oh my God.
Tashana. That would be Supermajority's Executive Director, Taylor Saldich. Taylor, come on up. And while Taylor's making her way to the stage, I'll remind you all, 29 days until the last day to vote. Join Supermajority for GOTV, and thank you so much to our strategic partners and to all the folks in the room who've already knocked on over 30,000 doors with us in our Get Up Vote season. So exciting.
So yesterday, we knocked over 5,000 doors throughout the state of Michigan. Where's Al?
Oh my goodness. I was really unprepared for this. And I don't like to speak extemporaneously, hence the recorded video. So I'm Taylor Saldish. I could not be more humbled or honored to be in this room, to be speaking to each of you. I am a little Jewish girl from Baltimore. It feels insane that I'm here, and I think something that the African American community and the Jewish community share is a commitment to social justice. That's how I was raised. There's a saying in the Jewish community called Tikkun Olam, which means to heal the world. That we are put on this planet to heal the world, and that is what we try to do at Supermajority. And I know that when we have folks like Tashana, who are thriving, who are happy, who take a vacation, I know we're doing something right. Yes, you do. And as Zach said, we have 29 days, so I need every one of us to commit to doing something every single day for the next 29 days. And we also know that it's not gonna fucking end in 29 days because we all been at this work for a really long time, many of you longer than myself, and we know that we are just picking the players on the field and creating the environment for us to actually build big, progressive, fearless change in the United States of America, not only for everybody. So thank you all so much, and thank you, Tashana. Thank you, Al.
Oh, so we have one more surprise. We have one more award we're giving away. Remember? One more. So we have this incredible, when I say incredible volunteer, I mean, she's helped, how many doors have we knocked? And I think she's probably done about 15,000 with her crew. Most of you seen her tonight. We have to tell, because we're short on time, but we need Tamisha Little to come on up. Look at her. She gonna kick our butt too.
So I just like to thank Tashawn and Al and the whole supermajority, but this was unexpected. I just like doing the work. I'm not mad. I forgot my shoes, so that's why I have my sneakers on. So I planned on working, not getting an award. So I am appreciative of all of you guys who does the work and who's just not out here lollygagging, but actually doing the work. So not actually lollygagging, but actually doing the work. And I look forward to working with all you guys. Thank you.
All right, we've got so many great leaders. Round of applause for the last winners here. We've got so much greatness in here, greatness in our midst, and the next person I really want to introduce, one of my favorite people, the first ever mayor of the city of Southfield, first ever black mayor of the city of Southfield, former congresswoman. You know, I don't know as much about her as somebody else, and I want to bring BJ out here because BJ, you know this person a lot more intimately than I do.
That's true, and I haven't known you long enough to call me BJ, but I love you. I love you. Al Williams. Tommy can call me BJ. There are a couple people in this room that can call me BJ. You can just keep it at Al Williams. I love you though. I do love you. The next awardee can call me BJ because she's known me since I was in diapers, and I think that she deserves this more than anything in the world because she has fought for us in so many different ways as a business leader, as a glass ceiling breaker, as a black female, as a congresswoman, as the first African American mayor of the city of Southfield, where I believe a whole lot of things happen. One of the reasons why the African American Leadership Institute exists today is because of this young lady. One of the reasons why this award ceremony exists today is because of this young lady. And I don't think she really got her just due when she decided to step away from politics for a moment. And even though she stepped away, she's still in the fight. You can still see her on CNN sometimes, on Fox, on MSNBC. You can still see her stepping into rallies, knocking on doors, making phone calls. And she has gone through so much over the past couple of years. And I'm telling you, she has been a leader in this state, in this region, in the city of Detroit, even from birth. She was born on the east side of Detroit. If you did not know, she a dope boy. She a dope girl. So that means you don't want to catch her in the alley dark at night. She don't play around. So I'm gonna be quiet and bring to the stage the 2024 Leadership and Legacy Awardee. The Robin Barclay Woman in Leadership Award. As I bring you up, I'm gonna bring up also a good friend of mine who is the son of Robin Barclay, and I want him to say a few words, not only about his mother and why this award is important to him, but why it's important to you. Tommy Duncan, could you come join me on stage? And so, I'm gonna tell you, if you don't know who Robin Barclay is, you need to get to know who she is. Robin Barclay was one of the first and only black women in healthcare that actually owned a hospital, but was not a doctor. That's unheard of. As a matter of fact, in this country, it can't even happen no more. You can't even do that again. Southwest Hospital was owned by Robin Barclay. She passed away a couple of years ago, and her son has flew in from California to talk a little bit about her and present this award.
Thank you. Thanks for having me here. A little bit about my mother, Robin Barclay. She was truly a pioneer. She was the love of my life, and I became the love of hers. She led me, she groomed me, she built me to be the man that I am, not only as a father and a leader of my family, but also as an entrepreneur. You know, a person with big vision and a lot of ambition. Robin Barclay was part of owning a hospital here in the city. She owned and started health maintenance organizations in this city before anyone knew what HMOs were for Medicaid. She and I went to DC and started a business, another HMO, and we did $200 million a year in revenue. Sold it for over $100 million. She led, and I was right behind her just trying to do my part. And so I'm so proud to be here with Miss Brenda Lawrence. I am honored to be here. And so let's give it up for her, because the trailblazing continues.
I want to say thank you to everybody. I'm the little black girl from the east side of Detroit. East side? Who grew up with a grandmother who taught me that if I worked hard, got my education, and kept my faith in God, there was absolutely no door I couldn't walk through, no seat at any table that I did not deserve to sit in. And her prayers and her motivation, a woman who didn't even have a high school education. And I want to tell you how that path came. I ran for school board, became the first black woman to be the chair of the school board in Southfield. Then I ran for city council, highest vote getter, and became president of the Southfield City Council. Then I ran for mayor, became the first woman and first African American ever to be the mayor of that city. And then continue with that. I had the audacity to run for lieutenant governor, being the first black woman ever to be on the ballot in Michigan for the lieutenant governor position. We're still gonna get a black governor still. So I want you to know also that in Oakland County, they never had a black person represent them in Congress. I'm proud to say that with God's grace, with hard work, that the door was open for me to represent Oakland County as a member of Congress. I'm saying that not to brag. I'm saying that with faith, with hard work, and with all of us working together, because I definitely didn't get there by myself. And leadership is not about titles and awards, and I'm so grateful for this. But you know what leadership is about? When you can look behind you and somebody's following you. When you can see some door you open and you can watch that person walk through it. Even though you didn't, you busted that door so they could walk through. I want you to know that leadership, for all of you here, when we're talking about an election coming up, it's not just about that woman who's running for president. It's about how the community stand up and work and believe and put her in that seat, Kamala Harris, so she can have a voice. I want you all to know that leadership is not easy. For those of us who have been awarded today, you've had many prints on your behind from people who were kicking you in the tail. You know how many people, and a mentor of mine told me, nobody can walk on you if you get up. You're gonna fall, but you gotta get up. And can't nobody ride your neck if you stand up tall. So I'm saying to everyone, God bless you, thank you, and all of us are leaders. God bless you.
All right, real quick. Couple things. Every awardee from the African American Leadership Awards actually ends up doing something to help the African American community afterwards. And so I want to make sure that you talk to Tommy Duncan on your way out, because we're going to get you to do something more than what you're doing right now to help out the African American community. At that right, Tommy? That's right. All right. And last but not least,
I got to tell you something else. I was the first one that stood beside him when he started the Leadership Awards. I'm proud of this legacy. Well, that's what I talk about. I don't have to do this every year because I put him in place and support him to do it. God bless you.
That's right. And then I want to just say one thing that I learned, and I'm just going to say this little thing. I learned from her, when a black woman is at the table, the conversation changes.
Yes.
And that's it.
God bless you. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. What up, Doe? Y'all can do better than that. What up, Doe? All right. I'm humbled and honored and blessed to present one of the most prestigious awards in the labor community. Roll the curtain, please. First up, Labor Leader of the Year award goes to my brother, my mentor, Mr. Dwayne Walker, Local 900. Come on up, brother. And my esteemed sister from Region 1, Flint Town, stand up, LaShawn English, Director. Come on up, sister. So everybody give these two individuals a round of applause. Stand up to your feet and welcome them to the Fraternity of Labor Leader of the Year Award. Welcome to the fraternity. Welcome, sister.
First of all, thanks to the African American Leadership Award for recognizing the great work that the UAW doing in the community. You know, this has been a tremendous journey, and it hasn't been one that I've been on by myself. You know, whether you be in the trenches during the 41-day strike, or whether you're on the negotiating committee for one of the greatest contracts, or even hosting the vice president and our future president of the United States. That's right. So this journey is incredible. And we don't know where it's gonna take us, but we're gonna be there. You know, and on this journey, you know, every day, my wife was with me, Shauna, future. She was a past awardee, and the director of Region 1A, Director Dickerson. So, my mom used to tell me when I was young, it ain't by accident. You're where you're supposed to be. So, from the UAW, and on behalf of all of the members at Local 900, just ask him. If you ask him every morning to guide your feet, you will definitely be where you're supposed to be. Thank you.
Up next, LaShawn English. Give her a warm welcome.
Okay. What up, though? First off, I definitely want to thank my father, who's no longer here with me, and my brother also, because they the one who also raised me. My mom's here, so thank my mom. She's somewhere in her audience. My sister, Toy. I don't know if my niece Kiara is here because she's always, okay. My niece Larika, and I'm not for sure it's Madison and Xavier. That's the support system that I have there too. But I also want to give a special thank. First of all, I would like for my UAW members to please stand that's here with me. I want to thank you guys. Without you, it wouldn't be no me. Because all the hard work that you guys do and all the things that you do, you make us great. I mean, everyone says something today, but no one does any work alone. If you think you do the work by yourself, then something's wrong. Something's wrong. I definitely say that everything I do, it doesn't matter what I do, it's always for the people. I always want to leave this place better than what I found it. Yeah. Yes. Thank you. Because that is our goal. If we do not leave it better than what we found it, then it will be miserable. It will. And I want to say, as everyone stated, we do need to get out and vote. And there's never a time that I'm not picking up this mic for the next 29 days that I don't say how important it is for everyone to get out and vote. I tell you what I tell everybody, I tell my members, get on your phone, text 5 people. Talk to the people that are closest to you. I know the people in the room are doing the work, but sometimes we forget to do the work at home. And I honestly could tell you somebody could be sitting right next to you or laying in the same bed with you and may not be voting. So please make sure they're registered and you got their absentee ballot. Okay, thank you and have a good night.
How about another round of applause for our winners? Thank you.
Good evening. So I stand here today as the chairman of the Black Mayors of Michigan, which is made up of 14 cities, approximately 350,000 people collectively. And one of the reasons we established the group is because we understood that it's better to be the tail of something than the head of nothing. And sometimes when we stand in our individual positions in front of power and wealth and money, as an individual, we're insignificant. But when we come together in numbers and in unity and with strength, then there's nothing that we can demand that power won't have to relinquish. So, and before we introduce the Black Mayor of the Year, how many seen The Temptations? Okay. One of my favorite lines in it is when David Ruffin said, "Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. You wish you could do or work it like I can, but you can't." And I say that to say, and I always keep that in my mind, because anytime we start to think that we're bigger than the band, or we become bigger than the people, then that's when our leadership is devalued and we're on our way down. So let's never forget, and let's always be mindful that it's the people that have put us and propped us up in the positions that we serve in. So with that being said, I want to bring forth the Black Mayor of the Year. It is none other than the Honorable Valerie Kendall of the great city of Harper Woods. Show your love.
I am so humble about this award. You know, when you're doing what you do as a public servant, you don't think about the accolades that may come from what you do. You just persevere and do what God's purpose is for you. Because I never started out to be an elected official, but I first became a city council member for the city of Harper Woods, and I was the first African-American woman to be a part of the city council there. And in 2020, I became the mayor of the city of Harper Woods, to be the first African-American woman and the first woman for the city of Harper Woods. So I am so humble and thankful for this award, but I would be remiss if I didn't thank my family that has supported me through each and every endeavor. First of all, my two boys were unable to meet here, but we were the Three Musketeers, and we worked many of campaigns during the years, because that's what I like to do, was work behind the scene. So, but I have all my nieces and my sister, Takora, my niece Julie, Terry, Sandra, Aletha, and I don't know who else, but I also have my City Councilman Ivory Toussaint, and he always is my plus one. Now, we're not that kind of people, but but he has been a true friend and is always supportive to be my plus one whenever I need him to be. And I also want to thank my new Economic Development Deputy, Irma Hayes, and her husband. I thank you all for being here. And Kurt, I don't know where you are, but Kurt, a businessman in Harper Woods, all came here to support me tonight, and I thank you and I appreciate it. And I wouldn't be here without Tashana and Al.
Next award. So, in some awards that we have some say-so in, and this is the next one is very, very important to the both of us. This award is the Bruce Feaster Staffer of the Year. Is how I basically, Bruce Feaster, attorney Bruce Feaster, I'm not gonna crown this year. If you know him, you knew that every judge basically that has been elected in Wayne County, they got on the ballot because of Bruce Feaster. He was an incredible staffer that went above and beyond for whoever he worked with. For me, when you see me doing the work, I'm not mesmerized by the leaders. I often look for who created them. That is where the power is. How did they get there? Who knocked the doors? Who made the phone calls? Who did the fundraisers? Who thought of that idea, that campaign strategy? That's who I want to know. And this was Bruce Feaster. Bruce Feaster was my uncle. I was his adopted niece. He called me every morning at 5 o'clock in the morning. Listen to this. Telling me about all the amazing things, one, that I would do. He told me I would help the governor win before I even knew her, Governor Gretchen Whitmer. He just spoke life into me and told me about incredible people around the state that I will possibly meet, but gave me their background and their history. And I was on the phone like, why is this man doing this? And he passed away in 2016. And everything he told me, I went on to meet those people, and when I met them, I can tell them about themselves, which was crazy. So it's like he knew. I think God gives you angels. So this is a award that we definitely have a say on. I will always have a say on this. So when you get this award, that means you are definitely doing the work, and I'm like, go, and whatever you need, I got you. And so for this award, it goes to Ashley Lewis and Michael Van Taal.
I am God's child. And in this moment, I want to honor the fact that I am the granddaughter of Lisa Huggins, the daughter of the late Lonnie Lewis, and the daughter of the living Christine Lewis, and the mother of Elijah, Isaiah, and Noah Scales. I say that because I only exist in relation to them, and I am because they were, because they currently are. And I also want to say that nothing is done without being in relation to someone else. So I say that to say that I've also been adopted by many, and if many of you probably don't know, I've been on a discovery to find my biological family, but it's nothing like the African American community. I am Italian and Nigerian, but I know that the African American community is who stood up and adopted me, gave me the best life I could have ever imagined, loved me, nurtured me. Me and 5 siblings fostered many children. And I come from that lineage. And I want to thank my spiritual mother, Reverend Dr. Constance Simon, who's in the audience. I want to thank one of my greatest friends, Grace, who joined me tonight. I want to thank Director LaShawn English, who pushes me, because when you talk about, you got to build structures in this moment. Everybody in this room is a leader. You got to build the structures to make sure we're breaking down the doors so it's easy for those to get out there and vote. It's easy for them to take action. And that's what our job is in this moment. It's not about an individual person, and I don't care what distractions come up. Let them get out of the way. Because we ain't got time for a distraction. We got to get the first African American female elected to the highest office. So I want to give this to the women of the UAW, because there is not a moment where there isn't a woman who inspires me to keep going, a woman who stood up in her workplace because she wanted nursing stations, a woman who stood up for another woman because she was being harassed. Giving and empowering women is the greatest work that we can ever do. So I want to thank those in this room. I want to thank Deshaun. I want to thank Al, but I want to thank the angels who nominated me. I'm not really sure who they are. I got some hunches, but I want to thank you because this work is not mine. It is not something that I take pride in. It's something that I give all the glory to God for. Amen.
What a surprise. I do have my acceptance speech prepared. So I want to thank the African American Leadership Institute, the selection committee, Tashana and Al, and this to Al and Tashana, Mr. and Mrs. Williams. This award, this is encouragement, and this is very important. I want to thank my political team. 3 I have lost in the past 2 years. My parents, Salvation Army Majors Fred and Aloise Van Tool, and my longtime 25-year radio partner, missionary Hattie Humphrey on the Praise Network. Yes, my mentor. And then my current team is here: Shantae Mosby, Simone Eaton, Elizabeth Crenshaw, Henrietta Ivey, Kimberly Batchelor Davis, and I better say Mrs. Van Tool too, right? That way I can get back in the door tonight. So Mrs. Van Tool is very important, of course. I'm honored to serve as legislative aide to my employer, Wayne County Commissioner Monique Baker McCormick. And I hope she's here, because I have some words for her. I'm honored to serve as her legislative aide, and I do treat her like the president. I have my portfolio with me, a calendar, my notes, brochures at all our events. I'm right next to her. You would think I was carrying the nuclear codes and she was the president. That's how important I treat her. There's one lesson I learned from Commissioner McCormick, and that is to stand up for myself, not just to accept the stuff that people do to you, including organizations and even government. Don't just sit there and take it. Fight back, be vocal, take action, do something about it, stand up for yourself. That's why I call her a fighter, a fixer, and an advocate for the people. Again, thank you for this award. And we've had many fighters in here today. Thank you so much. I love you all. Thank you.
Let's give him another round of applause.
Woo!
Man.
This is another one.
Last one.
This is the last one.
So we really on time.
Come on, we're on time, so let's stay on time.
It's still CP time.
Now,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
It's in Detroit, so CP time could be Chaldean people time or color people time.
we're on
Either one.
time, so let's stay on time.
All right.
This is another award that we pay very close attention to.
Yeah.
Garland Gilchrist got this award
Years
before
ago,
he was
yes.
LG.
Yeah, so did Kyra Harris Bolden.
He was the only one to ever get this award, I
Yes.
think.
Oh, yeah, you're absolutely right.
Because there
2000.
was nobody else worthy of it.
That's right. 2018, 2017,
2019.
2019.
Yes.
Thank you.
So this next person that's getting this award hails from the west side of the state.
Not even from Detroit.
She is the first black woman in her field to be what she's doing right now.
Amazing. I mean, I get goosebumps when I hear her speak.
She's just a little bitty cute thing too, but so powerful.
If I said that, I'd get in trouble.
The last award of the night is Karen Bowie.
Let's go! The Muskegon County Clerk, Karen Bowie, all the way from the west side of the state. This young lady has stepped up to the plate time and time again, not just in Muskegon, but throughout the western part of the state of Michigan, to make sure that people have access to the ballot.
So, Karen Bowie and a team of people, let's say, Muskegon County Clerk, I want people to hear this, knocks doors for supermajority almost every day. Ashley Lewis knocks doors, and LaShawn English has made it so that the UAW Women's Department is a partner with Supermajority. These are actual people who do the work. And she's the county clerk knocking doors.
Wow. I'm overwhelmed, but I'd like to, first of all, thank the African American Leadership Institute, and I'd like to thank my husband, Dr. Larry Jenkins, for always being there to support me, and my brother, Darwin Smith, who I travel the state with and who has really, really been there for me at all times. Giving honor to God, who's the head of my life. Serving as the first Black African-American county clerk of Muskegon has been a challenge. Prior to that, I was the vice mayor of the city of Muskegon. And as I move forward, I hope that I can extend my candidacy to be the next Secretary of State for the state of Michigan. I stand on the shoulders of my great uncle, Vernon Dahmer, from Hattiesburg, Mississippi, who was killed by the Klan for registering people to vote and paying the poll tax when they couldn't identify how many jelly beans were in the jar. So I come forward 3 generations later, fighting for the same thing, the right to vote for everyone and to protect the integrity of our elections. I implore you to get out and vote. This is the most important election of our lifetime, and we have to ensure that everyone that we know votes. This is a time that our elections are under attack, but the one thing that I can assure you, in Muskegon County, there's no nonsense in our polls. We will have an opportunity to be a showcase for the state of Michigan. Out of 83 counties, there's just 2 African-American women. That's me in Wayne County, Miss Garrett. So I hope that I can move forward and be able to be a beacon for the state of Michigan as I move forward in my political career and make you proud that we have someone in an office that knows what boots on the ground looks like and how important it is to protect our democracy. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Hasn't it been a wonderful night?
It's been a great night. Anytime we get to celebrate African American leadership is such an honor. Can I have everyone, first and foremost, let me say this. Let me thank all of the awardees and nominees tonight, but I do have to give a special thank you to all of those from the UAW who received awards and also were nominated. Can you please stand? Thank you. Tony Braggs, Lisa Wilkes, I can't see everybody, Ashley Lewis. My sister on the board, Director LaShawn English. And I have to say this, we have a special relationship. She knows what I'm talking about. We don't always get along, but I love you anyway, remember that, okay? Dwayne Walker, my president, I always call him my president, Local 900. And many others, I can't see everyone, but I just want to say this to all of you. This is special, right? That we get to celebrate and honor everyone. But remember this, nobody gets here by yourself, and division does not work for any of us because our strength is in solidarity, right, LaShawn? That's all right. Tonight, I have on red. And for the Deltas, no offense to you, but I thought it was a great color tonight. And the reason I thought that is because it's for the power and solidarity and the fight that we're in right now. And so let me say this to all of my sisters of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. We all have work to do, right? And I'm gonna say this, it's such an honor to have Kamala Harris running for President of the United States. I was with her on Friday. She's got energy, she's got passion, she's experienced, right? But we need to get her there. And I know we're talking about the number of days left and the doors that we're knocking, 26,000, right? Supermajority. Region 1 and 1A, we're knocking. The UAW is knocking in every region that we have, right? But we gotta make sure we get her elected. And so we talk about returning ballots. We gotta make sure those ballots get back. And we have to make sure that she becomes our president, because guess what? The alternative is just not good for us. Any of us, remember, Social Security, Medicare, healthcare. We talked about 26,000 reasons why. There are 26,000 reasons why. And if you read Project 2025, you know that gives you a whole lot of reasons too. So I won't be long-winded. Let me say this too, I have to do this. I've been waiting on today. I've been on Al's head. I did not know, but I've been on Al's head. And I'm sorry that my mother is not here, because you know she would be elated. Yes, Miss Joanne Wright. But I'm just so happy. We talk about Black love and celebrating Black love and celebrating somebody that has your back. One thing I know about them, when you see one, you see the other, and they got each other's back, right? And that's what we need to do more of, is have each other's back. So with that, I know everybody has been sitting. We got, I think, one more person coming out. But I just have to say that this is a great leadership awards. They do it every year. It's getting greater every year. And it's good to see people receiving awards and recognition for the work that they do every day. Thank you all.
All right, let's give a round of applause for Black Girl Magic in the house. So we have so many Black female leaders in this room, and I've said it before this year that we are on a precipice, a momentum building, a moment of change where Black women actually take a hold of power in this country. There are Black women leading in so many different positions, and so many more in the future. And I'm all about that. I mean, just seeing Black Girl Magic gives me goosebumps. Well, really, seeing Tashana gives me goosebumps. But, and if you want to celebrate this with us, and I know it's getting late, it's about 9 o'clock. We're wrapping up right now. We're closing out right now. But I want to tell you, if you don't know already, I want all of you to join us at my place in the Eastern Market, 2463 Riot Pale. It's called District 5. I have some champagne to toast to Black love, Black leadership, and Black excellence. It's happening right now as you leave. 2463 Riot Pale. Come join us and have a champagne toast before you go to bed. And let's actually celebrate Black leadership, Black excellence, and Black love. Come on, Ryan. Close out.
All right, thank you so much, Al. So we are getting ready to close out our ceremony, but we have a spoken word, and it's going to be with Cynthia Harris, who is the Assistant Director of Chaplaincy at the UAW. Warm round of applause for Cynthia.
Good evening. Leaders, come forth and walk in your greatness. Leaders, take your rightful place in this world. Leaders, the time is now. The opportunities are endless, but the choice is yours. Some have tried to dry erase us from the history books, but they don't realize that we are permanent markers in world history. I'm calling all our ancestors to come forth and walk with us. Doors once closed are now being opened. Words changes lives, even the unspoken. Glass ceilings are being shattered. Shards of glass are on the floor. Division in our rearview mirror. It's time to restore. Restore our America as she weeps in pain. Racial disparity and hate defeats unity and breeds disdain. Restore our America. We can do so much more. Many things have happened that shook us to our core. But we won't give up. We will continue to rise. We see the hatred in their shades of blue eyes. We rose above poverty, abuse, and neglect. We, the African American leaders, demand respect. RESPECT. African American leaders take care of TCB. Our ancestors were stripped of their identities and brought to a strange land. Battered and bruised bodies, yet they continued to stand. Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. We will cast our vote for our candidate of choice. As African American leaders, we all have a voice no longer silenced because of the color of our skin or the body our spirits reside within. This is our America. We will march hand in hand. We must stay woke, every boy, girl, woman, and man. We must continue to fight. No more back off the bus. Many may not like it, but they not like us. They not like us. African American leaders, for me, you can call me Black. No matter how hard they try, we are not going back. Peace and love.
All right, all right, all right. What a great night. Did you enjoy yourselves tonight? All of the winners, and all of the people we have celebrated. Just want to say it was an honor and a blessing to be here in front of all of you folks. With that, that is the 2024, the 11th Annual African American Leadership Awards. What a beautiful night. So we are going to conclude the festivities here. If you can join us, please join us for our after party at District 5. The address is 2463 Riopelle Street. That's in the Eastern Market. 2463 Riopelle Street. That's in the Eastern Market. I'll be there. Al, Tashana will be there. A lot of the winners will be there. Come celebrate Black love, just incredible night, Black leadership. And we hope to see you. And if not, please, everybody have a beautiful, safe night going home or wherever you're going. And thank you for joining us at the 11th Annual African American Leadership Awards here. Have a great night.